house. Tripping.
Let's talk about Meg, baby. Let's talk about you and me. How's that sound?
We sound pretty good when we sang that Temptation song. Did you listen?
No.
Okay. All right. Okay. Let's talk about Megan. We're back. All right.
Sorry.
Let's talk about Megan. Going into Megan, I kind of expected it to be like your typical Chucky kind of movie, where you kind of weren't you saying this Chucky?
Yeah, it's
girl
Chucky. All right.
All right.
Girl Chucky.
But
She gonna kill somebody.
I guess it's Chucky 2.0.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, Chucky 2.0, because now we have all the technology. Again, it goes back to technology, just like Missing, the technology. Now we have the technology to make a doll and make this doll, you know, the emotional support system, everything that you need. Okay? Like
AI.
Chucky, yeah, all the AI,
Yeah.
the artificial intelligence.
Right.
So now it's interesting now that we're talking about it. It reminds me of Missing, like, because now it's all these movies are based on technology, right? Okay, so just to set the scene, the little girl, I think her name was Katie, lost her parents in a car accident, so she was sent to live with her aunt, and her aunt is this big tech developer. I guess she's kind of a brain, so she's a hardworking single woman who is building all this technology. And when she was in college, she made pretty much like a robot.
Prototype, yeah.
Yeah, the prototype. It was a prototype. You're right. A prototype for Megan, but it didn't have the face and all that kind of stuff. But when the little girl comes to live with her, she sees it and then she kind of shares it with her, and then she gets this brilliant idea. Let's make one of these for Katie.
Right.
And what it does for her is the time that she has to spend with this child that is just, you know, the 7-8-year-old child that just been brought into her life. Now she's going to have a replacement.
Right.
Now she has...
She has a, what's kind of like a sister / companion / babysitter in a sense.
Yeah.
Kind of like what an iPad is.
Right.
To children.
It is. It's an iPad that talks.
That talks.
You know,
It's an iPad that feels like a big brother.
Yeah.
You know,
so she's a big iPad, and she is there for whatever type of support that Katie needs. So Megan is everything to her. When Megan looks at her, she assesses the trust factor, everything that she needs, and whatever she thinks she needs, then she gives it to her. That's what Megan does.
Right.
And
which we could see what's coming.
You can kind of see what's coming. Meanwhile, the aunt is pressured at work to come up with a new toy, an affordable toy, and she's being pressured by her boss. And then when she sees how Katie is responding to Megan, she's like, oh shoot, well maybe we should produce this for the masses. Let's do it.
Right.
So then that's what she's doing. So she's really spending her time trying to produce this for the masses so they can make money. Meanwhile, Megan is there entertaining Katie. Yes.
Who lost her parents. So she's not giving her any emotional support, any of the love that she needs. She's relying on just get her a dog.
Megan to do it.
Damn.
But Megan does it all. Like, why get a dog when you have Megan? Megan is a playmate. Megan can wear the clothes you wear.
Yeah, and we're getting closer to Megan's. We're getting closer to that emotional support robot.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, whether it's a server, whether it's for servitude, companionship, or information, we're getting closer. I see a prototype the other day on the internet of a robot.
Really?
Yeah.
It's coming?
It's coming.
Well,
it's coming.
I guess it speaks to, we were having this conversation, my sister and I this week, about emotional investment in children. And so clearly she was not there to make the emotional investment in Katie. Right. So she chose to have this doll do it all. And have this doll. And there became this, and this is just like, it is very parallel to the iPads and technology, the kids who can't get off their phones, because she became very attached to it, like where she just could not function without Megan.
Function without the dog.
Megan had to be there. And so that's when it starts getting a little tricky, when she starts to see how attached she is to Megan, to where she couldn't have outside relationships like going to schools and things like that because she wanted to be with Megan. Uh-oh.
What does that sound like?
What does that sound like?
Like these kids attached to the phone. It sounds like it sounds like social media technology replacing interpersonal communication.
Yes, yes.
It sounds like Snapchat communication replacing interpersonal communication.
Yeah.
And outside, like we were talking about, kids don't even want to drive.
Right.
You drive to go see your friends and talk to your friends. You're like, do that on Snapchat.
Right.
Do that on not Facebook. I don't use Facebook. But whatever they use.
I don't know what they use.
But so that's why there's not a sense of just kind of like when we were growing up, we wanted to be adults. We wanted that freedom.
Mm-hmm.
But we also didn't have this $1,500 device in our hand
right.
that gave us access to
Information.
everything we need and more.
And when you talk about something, all of a sudden, it's feeding you, right?
It's feeding you.
And so she's a lifelike embodiment of that feeding.
Yeah.
And everything. Like, I'm sure I can get everything I need from this phone here, but she's getting everything she needs from this doll. That's, they can wear the same clothes and they can comb their hair and do all these things. So she's everything. And so Megan is there to protect her. So she's protecting her from everything. And that's where it gets violent. Because Megan's doing what parents like me want to do. And anytime someone hurts your child, you want to get them back. And you want to knock them out, whatever the case may be. Megan, because she's not human and she's not subject
she don't give a what.
Yeah, she's not subject to the laws of the land like us parents. So she's just gonna do what she needs to do, which leads her to kill animals, kill dogs, kill people, eventually kill the CEO of the tech company that was producing the doll, and it also speaks to it speaks to a lot of greed, actually.
Yeah, greed is
because they didn't test this doll before they wanted to roll it out to everyone. They didn't check to see, but they just wanted to be the first to market.
See, greed always ends up the same way. Dead or in jail.
Nothing
you
good.
Take it from your basic everyday drug dealer story, to your CEO company story. More.
Yeah.
The way you go about to get more, greed always ends up with you dead or in jail.
Right. So that's what happened to the CEO. He's pushing for more, and I did not like his character. I did not like his acting. He was all bad.
He was kind of, what was he?
A tool.
Okay. Yeah, that guy was kind of just like a tool.
He was kind of like Ken. He was like the Ken from the previous movie.
Yeah.
He was that guy. So when he died, it wasn't like and that's when Megan started doing her dance before she killed him, the freaky dance. When the aunt tries to take her from Katie because she feels that she's out of control, then the child, she begins to fight. Right. Literally fight her. What do you think about that?
It's kind of like when you try to take your phone from your kid.
They fight.
No!
I hate you! That didn't work out well.
I'll burn this whole shit down.
That's exactly it's exactly the same thing. Yeah. So she didn't respond well. So now the aunt is against Katie and Megan. Now she has to deal with both of those. But bottom line, to speed this along, bottom line is at the end there's a big battle scene between Megan and Katie, and obviously Megan is getting the best of her. She's laid out. But then Katie comes to save her aunt, and she actually turns on Megan, and she realizes that her aunt it's very similar to the missing theme. There's a common theme in this. She realizes that her aunt, is the one who she should trust and appreciate, and she begins to fight Megan to protect her aunt. And so eventually they are able to subdue Megan and put her down and destroy her, and they go on to live their life more peaceably. But there's been quite a few killings and so forth. Okay, so let's just get down to the common theme. The theme of this whole thing is there's no replacement for the interaction that you have with your children.
Human affection.
Right, for the affection and for pouring into your children. what they need.
Mm-hmm.
And if you're gonna have children, you got to take the time. The
Right.
iPad is not the replacement.
If you try to skip those steps, there's going to be consequences. We don't know what.
Yeah, so
Maybe your kid will grow up and shoot up a school. Those are the consequences. You don't know.
that's kind of drastic. We don't want
Don't
that.
skip steps.
But let's not skip steps. Let's just like focus on raising the children. Don't put that in someone else's hands or
Right.
some technology's hands.
Yep.
That was
Because there'll probably be consequences.
Yeah.
We don't know where.
so. That's
I don't know when.
maybe that was the moral of this story.
I
And
think
Megan,
so. I think you're right.
the consequence. So is
Yeah.
it worth it?
Is it worth it? You
It's
know?
not worth it.
Not worth it. I mean, if you want to put the thing is, the aunt, she didn't have, it's not her kid, So.
But I'm sure she cared about it. It's hard to be thrown into parenting.
Thrown
You
into
know,
parenting. Oh,
you
yeah.
got
Thrown into
kids
it.
and they were like 6.
Yeah, if I could put a
And
Megan
11.
there, I would. Put a Megan, a Henry, and whatever. It's just like, yeah, as long as I don't have to do it. Because I didn't ask to be here.
Willard. Anyway, so there's no substitute for real parenting.
Yeah.
So as far as Megan, was it original? Do you think that's an original concept?
No.
It's not original? Was it entertaining?
Entertaining, yes. Entertaining, yes. Original, no. You
Is
can see what's coming from a mile away. The ending.
Yeah.
But,
It's not going to work out.
The way they go about it, but I think it's entertaining. So overall, the grade that you would give the movie.
I give it a 7. It wasn't
7 out of
bad.
10? You're
Again, it was a short movie.
Uh-huh.
You
like that?
Yeah, I love that. It was
Fall
like 90
asleep.
minutes, and it got right to it. The acting was good. It was engaging. It wasn't like your typical horror movie, which I kind of thought, I was thinking it was going to be more of a horror kind of movie. It wasn't. Maybe it had a lesson.
Yeah,
So,
a lesson, yeah, those are good. I would say it's probably 7.
You give it a
7 out of
7?
10, yeah.
Okay, so we did it. We did Megan, we did Missy. Which one did you like better?
I have
tough.
to say, and I didn't think so, but I enjoyed Missing a little better.
You did?
Megan, yeah.
Missing or Megan? Okay, probably Missing too. I would probably agree
Yeah,
with you.
probably a little bit.
Yeah, so go check them out for yourself.
That's probably because of the cast. They did have an all-star cast. You remember that?
How do you remember this?
Did we go see that?
We
Rush
may
Hour was
have.
like, I feel like me and you went to see Rush Hour.
And the dad didn't take you
We
to
had
that.
to. No. How
Okay,
did I
what
see
movies
Rush
did dad take you to?
Hour? All Dogs Go to Heaven, and his girlfriend was next Friday, but it was also with his girlfriend. That was it.
2 movies.
2 movies.
Okay. All right. So check them out for yourself. Like, comment, subscribe. Give us your comments. Answer our questions. I think we had a question
We
or
had a
something
question
we didn't
about-
understand.
And if we missed anything, please
let us know.
You guys love doing that.
And I hope this wasn't too negative. Oh, I'm just playing. Edit.
You so negative.
Edit that. Get rid of that. I hope this was informative. And thank you. Don't forget to like, subscribe, share, comment.
Comment.
Thank you.
Thanks, guys.